Today we're doing something a little different. I've had this Tesla Model Y long range for the past year and a half now, and have racked up over 20,000 miles on it. I wanted to take some time to share my thoughts on the car and how it's held up over the past couple of years, and all of the maintenance expenses that go along with it. First, let me just say that I absolutely love this car. The acceleration is insane, and it's been incredibly fun to drive. The handling is also top-notch, and the car feels very planted on the road. One of the things I love most about the Model Y is its range. With a long-range battery, it's rated for 330 miles on a single charge. This is more than enough for most of my daily driving needs. Plus, with a network of Tesla superchargers, I've never had to worry about finding a place to recharge. Now, one of the downsides of the Model Y is its price. It's not cheap, but the money you save on gas more than makes up for the initial cost over time. Now let's get into the total cost and total maintenance. I wanted to briefly mention that I made an in-depth video on the 1-year mark with this car. If you're interested in the maintenance and costs associated with the Model Y at the 1-year mark, I'll link that video in the description below for you to check out. When I ordered my long-range Model Y, the price was $49,990. This is currently $5,000 less than what it costs today at $54,990. However, as you're probably aware, Tesla is constantly updating their prices, so Tesla could have changed the prices again by the time you're watching this video. I chose to upgrade to the white seats for an additional $1,000, but I decided to stick with the 19-inch Gemini wheels rather than upgrading to the 20-inch induction wheels. At the time of my order, the order fee was only $100, but it has since increased to $250. I also opted not to include full self-driving since it did not make much financial sense for me at the time. After the $1,200 destination and documentation fee, my Model Y came to a total of $52,290 before tax. However, this destination and documentation fee has now increased to $1,390. With taxes, title, and other fees included, the final out-the-door cost for my Model Y was $56,120.05. My state did not offer any EV incentives or rebates at the time of my purchase, but you can check online to see if your state offers any that you can take advantage of. Additionally, it's worth noting that the new $7,500 EV tax credit was not available at the time of my purchase, but it is now if you want to purchase at the time of this video. So be sure to check out and see if you qualify for it. Now let's talk about charging costs. The day-to-day cost of an EV is significantly less than a gas-powered vehicle. This is where you'll see the greatest savings when comparing it to a similarly priced gas vehicle. The good news about electricity is that it is significantly cheaper than gas, and if you choose to charge at the right times or the right places, you can save a ton more. You can charge your Tesla 2 ways at home or at a Tesla supercharger location. The first way to charge at home is via a Tesla mobile connector to your regular outlet. Albeit Tesla no longer includes this with your vehicle, and it's a $230 purchase. The next way to charge at home is to purchase a Tesla wall connector, and this is by far the fastest and most convenient way to charge your Tesla. I paid $600 to get my Tesla wall connector installed by an electrician, and this was on top of the $500 I had to pay for the actual Tesla wall connector. Luckily for you, the Tesla wall connector costs less today than what it cost me a couple of years ago. Now for me, this brings it to a total of $1,100. There's also a 30% tax credit for EV charger installation costs. Definitely check with a tax professional or a CPA to see if you qualify for that. Now over the past year, I have driven exactly 20,000 miles. My average watt hours per mile is 247 watt hours per mile. I've used a total of 4,950 kilowatt hours over this time period to drive 20,000 miles in this car. Of that, a total of 500 kilowatt hours was from free charging I got at various locations. So 4,450 kilowatt hours were from home charging via the Tesla wall connector. Now the total that I've paid to drive 20,000 miles in my long-range Model Y is a reason why everyone should at least consider the Model Y. My electricity rate is 11 cents per kilowatt hour, and this means I paid a total of $489.50 for home charging. This is how much I've paid in electricity to power my Model Y and drive it 20,000 miles in roughly 2 years. If I did not have the 500 kilowatt hours of free charging, my total would be $544.50. This is only a $55 difference. Comparing this to a similarly priced gas vehicle with similar specs to that of the Model Y long range, I would have paid a whopping $4,421.05 for the same amount of mileage with premium gas. My fuel savings for owning a Model Y are $3,931.55. And if I paid for all of my charging, it still would have saved me $3,876.55. When I ordered my Tesla back in 2021, interest rates were at an all-time low and you can get a loan for 2.49% from Tesla. While I hadn't planned on financing it at first, the low interest rate made it a better financial decision for me to invest my money elsewhere. I know some viewers may disagree and feel that monthly payments and debt are bad, but for me it made sense at the time with a low interest rate. I didn't want upwards of $50,000 to $60,000 tied up in a depreciating asset. I have a more detailed video about the financing process which you can check out at the top right of your screen or by clicking the link in the description below. I put $20,000 as my down payment, which resulted in a monthly payment of $575.76 for my Model Y. Additionally, my monthly insurance rate is $113.56, so each month to have this car and not power it, I'm paying a total of $689.32. For maintenance, I had 3 things. The first was topping up the windshield washer fluid, and that cost me $3 because I still had some left over from the first time I purchased windshield washer fluid last year. The second thing I had to do was tire rotation. I've done a total of 3 tire rotations so far. Tesla recommends rotating the tires every 6,250 miles, and that's what I did when it came time around that mileage. You can rotate the tires yourself or take them to a third party, as long as you ensure you're jacking up the car at the designated jack points with these jack pads. The first time I did a tire rotation, I took it to Tesla. They charged me $54.88 to get all 4 tires rotated and balanced. The other 2 times I took it to Discount Tire after hearing great things about them and how they work on a lot of Teslas. Discount Tire charged me $61.46 each time to get the tires rotated and balanced. This brings it to a total of $177.80 for all 3 tire rotations. A side note is that Discount Tire does free tire rotations for any vehicle, regardless of where you purchase the tires. They do, however, charge for balancing the wheels, and that's what they recommend when you do a tire rotation. Discount Tire also patches up your flat tire for free as long as it's not near the sidewall. I did have 2 flat tires that I could not drive on. I called Tesla Roadside Assistance and they sent a flatbed to have my car towed to Discount Tire. Tesla did not charge me for the flatbeds because it is part of their free roadside assistance package. This is not a paid product placement for Discount Tire, but I highly recommend them for your tire needs as they have been exceptional for me so far. Other than tire rotations, Tesla recommends changing the air cabin filter every 2 years, and it's every 3 years if you have the HEPA air filter. Or you can change them whenever you want. Some people change it out sooner because they get a mildewy smell since they live in a more humid area. I've changed mine twice so far, with each replacement costing me $34, and this brings it to a total of $74.63 with tax. But let's put all of this into perspective. Tire rotations, air filter replacements, and windshield washer fluid top-offs are all basic maintenance items for any vehicle, not just Teslas. And considering the overall savings you can have with a Tesla, I think these are pretty reasonable costs to bear. Compared to internal combustion engine vehicles, Teslas offer a host of advantages. If you've owned a traditional gas car before, you know the drill. Regular oil changes, fuel filter replacements, spark plug changes, and emission checks, just to name a few. It's a hassle, it's time consuming, and it can get expensive. But with Teslas, you don't have to worry about any of that. That's right, 0 traditional maintenance required. Why? Well, it's simple. Teslas run on electricity. There's no combustion engine, no oil to change, and no emissions to check. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Tesla's regen braking system means that even brake pad replacements are rare. That's because the car captures energy that would normally be lost during braking and converts it into electrical energy that's stored in the battery. As a result, the brake pads, the brakes, and the rotors experience significantly less wear and tear, which can translate to a longer lifespan and reduced maintenance costs. Depending on how you balance your down payment, financing, tax rebates, trade-in, and tax rates, your numbers will surely vary. Yeah, you can get a similar sized vehicle such as a Toyota RAV4 or the Honda HR-V and have everything be less expensive, but Tesla is competing with premium vehicles, and the vehicles similar to the Model Y are the Mercedes GLC AMG and the BMW X3, just to name a few as an example. Now let's get into the totals for everything. It cost me a total of $37,009.97 over nearly 2 years to own and operate my Model Y. $20,000 was for my down payment. $12,666.72 was a total for my monthly car payments. $2,498.32 was a total for my monthly insurance payments. $489.50 was for charging, $1,100 was for the charger and installation, and $255.43 was a total for maintenance. I also want to mention the build quality of the Model Y. I've put this car through its paces over the past couple of years, and it's held up incredibly well. Knock on wood, there have been no major issues or breakdowns, and the car still feels just as solid as the day I got it. I just love the Model Y. It's spacious, comfortable, and well designed, with plenty of storage space and all of the latest tech. A reason why the Model Y is so desirable is not only because of its performance and range, but also because of its spacious and practical design. One of the standout features of the Model Y is its hatchback, which means it has a large, vertically opened rear door that provides easy access to the spacious cargo area. The large trunk and a front trunk that's perfect for storing groceries, luggage, and other items are just a few reasons why people love the Model Y. The rear seats also fold down flat, providing even more space for larger items. I've also found the Model Y to be great for hauling stuff, whether it's a trip to the home improvement store, moving small furniture, mulch in the summertime, or carrying lots of groceries, especially on those Costco runs. The spacious interior and versatile storage options make it easy to fit all of my gear and keep it organized. I also want to mention how well the white seats on my Model Y have held up over the past couple of years. Initially, I was concerned that they might get dirty or stained easily, but I have been pleasantly surprised by how easy they are to keep clean. To maintain their pristine appearance, I avoid using any harsh chemicals or cleaners that might damage or harm the seats. In fact, I made a video demonstrating how to properly clean the white seats, which you can check out in the description below. Typically, if I see dirt or dye transfer from my jeans, I wipe it down with a damp microfiber towel. For tougher stains, I apply a little more elbow grease or use some baby wipes, and that usually does the trick. The Model Y for me has also improved over the past 20,000 miles thanks to Tesla's free over-the-air software updates. These updates have added new features, with some improving the car's performance. Tesla is able to release these updates because the Model Y is essentially a computer on wheels with sensors, cameras, and other electronics. The software that controls all of these systems can be easily updated via the internet. This allows Tesla to quickly fix any bugs or issues that may arise with the car. To report a bug, simply press on the right scroll wheel and say "Report Bug," followed by the problem you're experiencing. Another benefit of over-the-air updates is that Tesla can add new features to the car over time, making it more capable as it ages. This is something that you don't typically see with other cars. One other thing that I wanted to mention is that I've spent money on PPF, tinting, ceramic coating, and purchasing accessories for my Model Y over the past couple of years. These are all optional things that not everyone will want to do, but I personally wanted to add a few extra touches to my car to protect it and make it my own. I won't go into the specific cost of these things, as they can vary depending on the quality of the products and the prices in your area. However, I will say that they're all things I'm happy I purchased, as they've added to the overall enjoyment of my Model Y. I've made a few videos on the best and must-have accessories for both the Model 3 and the Model Y, which you can find linked in the description below. I highly recommend watching these videos before ordering any accessories for your Tesla. Also in the description, I have linked the most popular and useful accessories so you can access them quickly for your convenience. Additionally, I've created a DIY video on how you can apply a ceramic coating to your vehicle and save thousands of dollars by doing it yourself at the same, if not better quality than a professional service. You can find the link to this video in the description as well. In conclusion, I have to say that the Tesla Model Y long range has exceeded my expectations in every way possible and has been an absolute blast to drive over the past 20,000 miles. Aside from being incredibly fun to drive, it also has impressive range and it's been very reliable. The cost of ownership has been very good as well. If you're considering a Model Y, I highly recommend it. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.